What's going on, guys? We've got some interesting updates on Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, and this one's coming from a recent Ubisoft Q&A and community discussions, and it's starting to split the fan base a bit. So let's get into it. One of the biggest talking points right now is the Hidden Blade and how it's going to work in the remake. From what's been said and discussed, the Hidden Blade is not going to be a primary combat weapon anymore. Instead, it's mainly focused on stealth and takedowns rather than being something you can rely on in open combat, and that's a pretty big shift, especially if you played the original. Now, to be clear, the Hidden Blade is still in the game. It hasn't been removed. You can still use it for assassinations, and from what we know, those are still lethal and work the way you'd expect. And that brings us to the next big change. The dual swords are now being positioned as a primary combat weapon alongside pistols and the updated parry system. Combat overall is being redesigned to feel more modern, with things like stagger systems, parries, and more dynamic animations being introduced. So instead of that classic Assassin's Creed feel where you could mix stealth and combat seamlessly with the Hidden Blade, it looks like they're separating those two playstyles a lot more. A lot of players aren't too happy about this direction, especially on Reddit and forums. That's been one of the main complaints, because for a lot of people, the Hidden Blade is Assassin's Creed. It's not just a stealth tool, it's part of the identity of the franchise. And in the original Black Flag, you could use it in combat situations. It might not have been the strongest option, but it was there, and it gave players freedom in how they approached fights. Now, to be fair to Ubisoft, they have said multiple times that this remake is meant to stay true to the original and not turn into a full RPG experience. But at the same time, changes like this do make people question how faithful it really is, because when you start altering core mechanics like how the Hidden Blade works, it can change the feel of the game more than people expect. Now, the other side of the argument is that they are trying to modernize the combat. They want it to feel more engaging, less repetitive, and more skill-based with things like timing, parries, and enemy reactions. But the issue is, you can modernize a system without taking away what made it iconic in the first place. That's where the concern is coming from. A lot of fans are hoping this is either being misunderstood or something that could still be adjusted before launch, because we've already seen Ubisoft respond to feedback recently, like when people complained about blood effects and they confirmed changes were being made. So there is still a chance things could shift based on community feedback, and that's a big change for a remake of one of the most loved Assassin's Creed games. So yeah, it's one of those situations where the game still looks great, the visuals are insane, and a lot of the systems are being improved, but small changes like this can have a big impact on how the game actually feels to play. Let me know what you guys think. Are you okay with the Hidden Blade being more stealth focused, or do you think it should still be part of combat? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.